It's time for the match game, Hollywood Square, Hour with Gallagher. And our special tribute to Leave It to Beaver with Richard Deacon as Mr. Rutherford. Osmond as Eddie Haskell. Jeri Weil as Judy. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Square's Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Thank you. Everybody. The Leave It to Beaver theme. Now equal time for the Gallagher theme song.
He doesn't have a theme song.
It'll come later.
No theme song for Gallagher. All right, we greet you one and all. Thank you for showing up here today. Now let's say hello to stars with a big round of applause. Hello, stars. Nice to see all of you.
Hello. Thank you.
Now that you've had your baptism by fire, does anyone have any comments to make? Any observations or any thoughts?
Mr. Rayburn?
Yes.
I'd just like to say that's a very fine-looking jacket you're wearing.
Thank you.
Isn't it nice to have polite guests like
Right.
that?
Yes.
How can you beat
Let's
them?
have a little more of it. What about the hairdo?
Oh, of course. Obviously, you've spent a fortune at your.
It's my hair. Don't give me that. All right. Thank you very much. You are very polite. Now let's greet our two players over here, Patty Ramsey and Andrea McInnes. How do you do? There you go again. Let's get acquainted. Don't overdo it. Save a little. It's an hour show. Patty, let's hear about you, please.
Well, I've been married for 12 years. I have 2 children, Allison and Christopher, and I'm a school secretary in Ontario at Bonneview Elementary School.
Right. You're very pretty.
Thank you.
How do you make these? That must be difficult, isn't it? Tough to... You have to
Really?
put...
There's no trick to it.
You're a naturally curly-haired woman. Okay. Andrea, tell us about you, please.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
Andrea, and
Yeah.
I'm originally from Alabama, Decatur, Alabama. I moved to Huntington Beach, California about a year and a half ago, and I'm pursuing a career as a freelance artist.
Well,
and I'm
good.
glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you here,
Thanks.
Andrea. Good luck to you in your career. Now, let's play the match game. You'll each have 3 chances to match as many of the loonies as you can. The one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner. Go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Now, Patty, you won the toss, so that means you go first. Which do you want here?
E, please.
E?
B.
We only have A or B. We don't have an E. Doesn't go that high. You want B?
B.
All right. You must make your plosive sounds a little more plosive.
B.
Right.
B as in Beaver.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you why Ugly Edna is so ugly.
How ugly is she?
And why?
I'll tell you why. When she got her facelift, it wasn't done by a surgeon, it was done by a blank. When you made your entrance, Gallagher,
Yes, my entrance. Oh, yes.
you were wearing something very interesting. Why did you take it off? It was
Because
just
I
for
have
him.
other interesting things to show you. Look, I found this. This is a ZZ Top beard on a stick. I found this. It's really silly.
All right. Ready, John and Richard?
Oh.
Here we go, Patty. I'll tell you why Ugly Edna is so ugly, Patty. When she got her facelift...
I just thought it.
Aha!
Excuse him, yes.
That works.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It works very well. Get something in brunette, and it'll work very well. I'll tell you why Ugly Edna is so ugly, Patty. When she got her facelift, it wasn't done by a surgeon, it was done by a blank.
A crane operator?
Well, Patty, your curls aren't going to be around here too long, I can tell you that, if you're going to keep on giving those answers. She said a crane operator. An unlikely possibility, but let's see. What do you say?
I said veterinarian.
A veterinarian. All right. What have you got there, Jerry?
Well, I went along with that. I said a vet.
A vet. So we have two of those so far. Ken?
I wanted to say crane operator.
I knew you did.
I said vet, too.
But you restrained yourself, did you?
He couldn't spell it.
Wasn't done by a surgeon, it was done by a crane operator, according to Patty. What do you say, John?
Do you think veterinarian was really that great an answer?
No.
Well, what did you come up
Not
with?
really, right?
No.
Not bad.
And what do you think of crane operator?
I thought it was dreadful.
Crane operator.
Terrible answer.
Hey, the object is to match.
You can sit here and say crane operator from now till doomsday. I say it's a rotten answer.
Okay. I confess that I thought it was terrible when I wrote it. But when she said it, I was relieved.
Yes. You are overjoyed too, aren't you, Patty?
I am.
All right. Now, Richard.
If you don't like his answer, you're not going to like this one, sculptor.
All right.
Sculptor.
I like it, though. It had class. It had some class.
Everything I do has class.
You're right.
Had nothing to do with our game, but it was a good answer. All right, Gallagher.
I got crane operator. Here's where it's rotting. See, it's rotting. It's a rotten answer. It's rotting.
You have good eyesight, don't you? You stole that from him, or he stole it from you.
No.
Because it's impossible that three people could all think of the same dreadful answer in one
He slurs
program.
all the time.
It can't be done, I tell you.
We
Yeah.
smirched our reputations as comedians.
I think they were pre-besmirched. Yes.
All three of us. We're doing an act
right.
together.
Press on.
Give me your worst shot on this one. Shirley said, I think my new boyfriend is a cannibal. We went to the beach, and instead of putting suntan lotion on my back, he rubbed on blank. All right. Andrea. Shirley said, I think my new boyfriend is a cannibal. We went to the beach, and instead of putting suntan lotion on my back, he rubbed on blank.
Seasoning salt. Yeah.
Seasoning salt.
Sure.
All right. Well, now that's what you'd do if you were going to
Wait a minute. That's a rotten answer.
barbecue an entire suckling pig or baby lamb or something. You would rub the whole thing with salt if you're a meat eater. What do you say, Jerry?
I said ketchup.
Ketchup is good response. Seasoning salt is okay. Ketchup, I think, is a little better, right?
Well, I liked butter.
Butter would be good. Yeah. Little caloric, but it's okay. Ken, what have you got for us?
I got to go with Jeri.
All right. You guys are going together, are you?
He's looking over my shoulder.
He's looking.
That was you looking.
All right. John does have a good answer this time. It's not going to match, but it's a good answer.
It's crane operator. Figured if it worked once, I might as well try it again. No, it's been said. It's ketchup.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the cook.
Well, if you're gonna barbecue somebody, you use snake oil.
What? I don't understand
I
that.
don't need that.
See, that's what he
Class.
sells at the beach.
Class.
What?
The class
That's what he
didn't like
sells
that
at the
answer.
beach. Snake oil.
Oh, snake oil is sold at the beach, is that it?
Well, he goes up and down.
No, if you're barbecuing somebody and you're a cannibal, you'd use it instead of butter, on the rotisserie, snake oil.
But would you use it everywhere?
Right. All right, Gallagher, what have you got?
I have A1.
A1 sauce. Okay. Well, now you got the hang of it. There's round one, 2-0, Patty's favor. Round two coming up right after this. Round two coming up. Now, Patty, you're ahead. That means you go first. A or B?
Let's try A this time.
Let's try A.
Yes.
All right. If you want A, you may have A, Patty. Let's see what A
you.
says. A says, the job counselor said to Skinny Minnie, I've got the perfect job for you. You're so skinny, you should be a blank at the Olympics.
Those of us who said crane operator don't have to write.
Yeah. You could write one for him, help the fella out. Very good. You don't need any help. You're okay, Deke.
Thanks a lot, Gene.
All right. Hello, Patty. The job counselor said to Skinny Minnie, I've got the perfect job for you. You're so skinny you should be a blank at the Olympics.
Flagpole.
Flagpole is a good response. Sure. Anything skinny, tall, skinny, thin. What do you say, Jeri?
I said baton.
A baton, another good response, but no match there. Jeri?
Well, I figured if she was real skinny, they could use her as a javelin. Right down that
Very good one. Wasn't that a good one?
That was a good one. That
Yeah.
one's really
Finally.
good.
Yeah.
Listen, next time you come around, I want you to come to me first and then him, because it looks like I'm just following along like a sheep.
Now, you came to that answer independent of his
all
thought.
by myself.
All
field.
right.
Likely story.
I believe you. Hello, John, you don't write, and Richard, you do.
Well, he did so well with crane operator. I thought we had a thin crane operator, so I said flagpole.
One for Patty. Okay, Gallagher, you don't write either.
I guess I
All
shouldn't.
right, so that's 3 for her, and Andrea, you got a little catching up to do. Let's see if you do it. You ready?
Okay.
All right, here it is. Hey, did you hear what happened to New York's nickname? Did you hear about this?
what
Let me-
Oh, what happened?
Here's what happened. In honor of junk food, they're changing it from the Big Apple to the Big Blank. Read that. Read it out loud the way Beaver would read it.
Hey, Wally, did you hear what happened to New York's nickname? In honor of junk food, they're changing it from the Big Apple to the Big...
Now I gotta come up with one, though, Gene. Gee.
That sounds really dumb, you squirt.
Oh, give me a break.
Don't pick on him. The lower tier finished just like that. All right, Andrea. Do you hear what happened to New York's nickname? In honor of junk food, they're changing it from the Big Apple to the Big Blank.
To the big soda. Coke.
Well, I thought she'd be heading for an early departure, but I guess I'm wrong about that. They both may go together, as a matter of fact. The answers they've been
Crane
making.
operator's looking better and better, isn't it?
Yes. The big soda, I don't think is going to do it for you, but we have to pull our stars anyway. So, Jeri, what have we got there?
Well, you know, the little corner stands with the umbrellas. Hot
The
dog.
big hot dog. Okay. What came to your mind?
Well, I left it at apple, but I said since it was junk food, it'd be the candy apple.
The big candy apple. That's a possibility. Now, do you have a different one from that?
Look, mine is not the candy.
Because that's rather
Okay.
esoteric. If yours is not candy apple, go ahead.
Well, what's the king of the junk food, huh? It'd be the Big Mac.
The Big Mac. There's a wonderful answer. Thank you, Ken. Okay, John, go.
I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, that's a
The
good
Big
one.
Mac.
Big Mac.
That's it.
Richard has a Big Mac? Yes. It's so obvious once you see
watch
them out
this.
here, isn't it?
Watch this.
Hello, Gallagher.
Do I have the Big Mac? Do I or don't I?
No.
No.
No, you don't. So, end of round 2. Patty is still ahead 3-0 to score. You'll have one more chance to catch up with her right after these messages. Round 3. Here we are. Round 3, final round coming up. Patty, you're still ahead. You still go first.
Let's try A.
All right. A it is. 3 people play, and that is the entire upper tier. Here it is. The quarterback said, that player on the other team is a real weirdo. After he tackled me, he blanked me. The quarterback is speaking. Got it, Patty?
Yes.
All right. Everybody ready? Here we go. Patty Ramsey. The quarterback said, that player on the other team is a real weirdo. After he tackled me, he blanked me.
Kissed me.
He kissed me. Jeri, you're talking to yourself. What's going on?
I really almost crossed this out and wrote kissed. Darn, pinched.
He pinched me. Hey, that's not a bad answer. It's not kissed, which is what she's looking for, but it's good. All right, Jeri.
Well, he kissed him, and then he slapped him.
Aha. All right.
Gene, I'm
Yeah.
worried about the Beaver.
Yes, so am I.
I don't know much about football players, I'm afraid, but I do know weirdos.
All right. Now, Andrea, here's the way it is. You need 4 to tie, 5 to win.
Okay.
Very easy. Nothing to it. Rocco said. The kid, hey, you do a good New York. You're from New York.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Just do the stuff and quote. I'll say. Rocco said.
Hey, the kids at my school are so tough. To learn about the law of gravity, we threw a blank out the window.
Okay. Understand that? I'll translate for you.
Please.
Kids at my school are so tough. To learn about the law of gravity, we threw our blank out the window. You write down what you think is a good answer, and then her job is to match you.
Okay, Drew.
You know, she looks you over and she said, well, let's see, what are they going to say? They're going to say this? Okay, that's what she'll say. Ready, Gallagher?
Ready.
Rocco said the kids at my school are so tough to learn about the law of gravity, we threw our blank out the window.
It can only be one thing.
What's that?
Our teacher.
Teacher. Well,
And Rocco doesn't even live in Alabama.
Andrea finally came through. I mean, 1 out of 10 isn't bad, is it? All right, she said teacher. What do you say, Jeri?
I agreed. The only answer.
There's teacher. You need 3 more for a tie. Okay.
Well, I've kept up my perfect record. I said they threw their guns out the window.
Threw the guns out the window.
We're past
Gallagher
worrying.
liked it.
He's from New
How
York,
quickly
right?
they turn.
Yes, they do.
On the beach.
What have you got there?
You got to give the kid a little slack, okay? He's not real sharp.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, obviously threw the teacher
Teacher
out.
4 to 2 to score. 4 to 2. You need 2 more for a tie. Okay, John, you're on.
Yeah, and I forgot to do one thing after my reading, Gene, but I can do it now. Teacher!
Okay. 4 to 3. 1 more for a tie.
Teacher!
All right. The score is now tied, and Gallagher, it's all up to you. The burden is heavy that hangs on thy head.
Well, I put teacher.
You put teacher, so that means Andrea wins the game. Come on down. Over here. I'll get to you in a moment or so. Now we got to say goodbye to Patty. It was a pleasure to meet you, Patty.
Thank you. It was fun.
We're going to send some gifts your way from the match game. Many thanks for being here. Patty Ramsey. There she goes. Well, right now it's time to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of that set. Isn't that impressive? We'll bring out our other 3 celebrities here. I'll trade places with John Bauman. We've got lots more excitement coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive a 19-inch color TV, keyboard control, electronic tune, 3 automatic color systems, an automatic light sensor furnished by Montgomery Ward. It's time for more of The Match Game, Hollywood Square, our win. More of our tribute to Leave It to Beaver with Barbara Billingsley and June Cleaver. Frank Bank as Lumpy. Rich Correll as Richard. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Square, John Bauman.
Okay, we'll be right back. You come back, too.
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Good. We'll talk later. Welcome to the second half of the Match Game Hollywood Squares era, and here I have Andrea McInnes, who found herself in the position of having to match Gallagher to win the match game. This is not necessarily an enviable position to be in, but in this case, it happened to work out very nicely. She matched your stick figure with her teacher, and she has survived and is moving on to Hollywood Squares. Also, we have 3 brand new celebrities. We have Barbara Billingsley as June Cleaver, Frank Bank as Lumpy Rutherford, and Richard Correll as Rick. Did Richard have a last name? Who knows?
Say, John,
Yes, Richard.
I just want to tell you, you did a nice rendition of the Leave It to Beaver theme song. Are you still looking for a Gallagher thing? I've got one.
You have a Gallagher theme song?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, shoot.
Ding, 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 ding. Perfect.
Where do people get these ideas about me? Is this this is a watchdog of the future, so he can see people coming and going. And is that weird?
Okay, what this has to do with playing Hollywood Squares, I'll never know, but let's go anyway. Before we get right into our thrilling game for today, we have to reacquaint ourselves with our defending champion. Now, his name is Rick Hoffman. He is Officer Rick Hoffman of the police department. He is coming back with $1,600. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you've had a little time to think about your success on the show yesterday.
Yes.
Why don't you just remind us a little bit about your life to date?
Okay, I'm married, have 4 children, live in Los Alamitos, and I'm a Seal Beach police officer.
Okay, terrific.
Okay.
You're off to a good start. It's your
Thank you.
second day, and let's play Hollywood Squares once again. We're going to play it until you hear the Time's Up bell. Whoever's ahead at that point, of course, is our winner. Goes on to play Super Match for up to $30,000. Our first game is worth $100 plus $25 for every square either of you might capture. Our champion always gets to start. That, of course, is you, Rick Hoffman.
Right.
Pick a star, and let's go.
Okay, I'm going to start off with Beaver.
The Beaver.
See if we'll do a little better here.
Jeri Mathers. Ronald Reagan recently referred to this person as a symbol of real value to the free world. Who is he talking about? Pope John Paul II or James Bond?
Well, I don't remember hearing that statement right off the bat. But when I think about it, I'd have to say the Pope. I don't think... Well, now, wait a minute. Let me think about that for a second. I remember that he's a James Bond.
Will you make up your mind?
You have less than an hour to think, Beav. Yes.
I think I'm going to have to go with... I think I remember hearing someplace that he's a real James Bond fan and asked to see one of his movies. So maybe I'll say James Bond.
Agree or disagree that Ronald Reagan was talking about James Bond for the first square?
I think I'm going to have to disagree with that one.
James Bond it was. You should have agreed with the Beaver, and your opponent gets the first square. A symbol of real value to the free world. Okay, Andrea, you were playing O. You have one up there already. Pick a star.
Okay, I'm going to go with Richard, please.
Rich Correll.
Yes.
Cleverly known as Richard.
Right, that's a tough one to remember that.
Where was the bologna sausage invented? That's bologna, right? No, it's true. In other words, I mean bologna. Was it invented in Bologna, Italy, or Newark, New Jersey?
Well, the first one's too obvious, so I'll take New Jersey.
Agree or disagree, Andrea?
I agree.
It was invented in Bologna, Italy. You shouldn't have disagreed. It's even up and next to an O. Got you that time. Okay, Rick Hoffman, pick a star.
I'm going to take Gallagher.
Oh.
Please.
Gallagher.
Yes, we wish someone would. Gallagher. Which has more sweat glands?
Uh-huh.
Your armpits or your palms?
Mine? I've had a transplant, you know. I just keep these dry. I think that your palms, definitely your palms, because you release a lot of heat from your body through your hands. When you move them around, the heat just goes away. There's just one or two little ducks. They work real good under here, but there's just one or two.
Agree or disagree that your palms have more sweat glands than your armpits, Rick?
I agree.
Your palms it is. You're right to agree. You get another X. Okay, Andrea, where would you like to place this O?
Eddie to block.
Right, you missed this one. The first game is won.
I'm going to do all right
by
by Andrea.
Eddie Haskell, a.k.a. Ken Osmond. You're an average male skunk.
I beg your pardon?
That fits.
Next question, please.
You're an average male skunk. Your head is lowered and you are stamping your feet. What are you getting ready to do? Mate or squirt?
Well, the clue is this. Don't stand behind me. I'm going to squirt. I get all the animal questions, right?
You said you're the animal.
Huh?
No, it's your basic squirt question, I think. Andre, agree or disagree that the male skunk is stamping his feet, is going to squirt?
I disagree.
He is going to squirt. No, you should have agreed in this case. Your opponent gets the square and wins the first game.
All right.
Okay, defending champ, Officer Ken. Rick Hoffman, you're up to a flying start. You have 175 to 25 so far for Andrea, but there's still plenty of time. We'll be back with a $200 game right after these messages.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Okay, thank you, Gene Wood. 175 for Rick, and so far 25 for Andrea, but it's early yet. Last game was won by Rick. That means you get to start this one. Pick a star, Andrea.
Okay, Beaver in the middle.
Okay, here we
Jeri
go.
Mathers. What do you call a baby beaver?
Beaverette?
That's one of the choices. You have three choices. Is it a kit, a pup, or a beaverette?
Well, now let me think about that. A pup, I think, is a seal. What was the other one now? Beaverette?
A kit.
A kit.
Or a beaverette.
I think I'd have to go with pup.
Agree or disagree, Andrea, that a baby beaver is called a pup for the first square?
I disagree.
It's called a kit. You were right to disagree. You get the first square in this game and $25. Good going.
I know everything about beaver.
Yeah, it was pretty good playing.
Yeah.
Your move, Rick.
John?
Yes, Lumpy.
Really called a kit? Just a little bit tired of the old green baseball hat after 26 years, so this is the official Beaver hat. It's a kit.
No. Next time I'll say, oh, look at that man with the kit on his head.
That's it.
Okay, Lumpy, the overgrown baby beaver says that it is, in fact, a kit. Rick, pick a square.
June.
June. Barbara Billingsley. You're pregnant. You're in labor. You have an incredible urge to eat a ham sandwich. Is it okay to eat it, or should you just go hungry?
Well, of course you have to eat it. You want a ham sandwich? I think when you're pregnant, you should have a ham sandwich. What do you think?
Agree or disagree that it's okay to eat that ham sandwich when you're pregnant and in labor?
In labor. I'll agree.
You should go hungry. You should have disagreed. It's not good to eat while you're in labor. Okay, Andrea, your move.
Okay, Gallagher, let's do it again.
All right. This would be 3 O's in a row and win you the game. Gallagher.
Yeah?
You're a handsome male horse.
Uh-huh.
Close. All right, let me get it back.
Oh,
Little prop
I don't
break
have
here.
a horse mane.
You're a handsome male horse, and you've fallen madly in love with a gorgeous female cow.
Sounds like Gallagher.
Well, I'm confused.
If you try real hard, can the two of you make a baby, or is it physically impossible?
Well, it's not physically impossible, and it's just real slow at the races.
Great line.
I'll say well, you see, physically and biologically are two different things. I think it's physically possible, but biologically impossible, so I'll say no, baby.
Okay, the way this came out in the wash is that it's physically impossible between this cow and this horse, Andrea. For the game, agree or disagree?
Agree.
It is physically impossible. You are right to agree. You get the square. You win the game. And you forge from behind. Well done. You've come from behind. You got $300 right now and $175 for our defending champ. Is he on the ropes? We'll find out. We're going to clear the board, move right on to our next game. This one is worth $300. Last game was won by Andrea. That means you get to start this one. Rick, pick a star.
Okay, I'm going to start with my friend the Beaver.
See what we can do this time.
All right.
Okay, Beav, you're in your late 30s and you don't have a single wrinkle.
Guess again.
Are you very lucky or very sick?
I would say you're probably very sick because you probably have way too much oil in your face. If you're in your 30s, you got to be smiling and frowning. You got to have wrinkles.
Agree or disagree for the first square that you're very sick if you don't have a single wrinkle in your late 30s?
I disagree.
You are very sick. You should have agreed with the Beaver. Your opponent gets the first square and $25. We will be back to complete this game after these messages. You be sure to come back to more fun ahead. Okay, $325 for Andrea, $175 for Rick. There's only one symbol up on the board. It is an O, and Andrea, you have a chance to place another one. Pick a star.
My dear friend Gallagher.
All right.
All right.
What a relationship I'm having, just right here.
Gallagher, which of these products is not an official item of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics?
None. Everything's an official.
Okay, here are three choices.
Okay.
One of them is not. Chickens.
Official chicken.
Right. Dental floss.
Official dental floss.
Or trash bags.
An official trash bags. Oh. Wow. Chickens. Because there are no brands of chickens.
Agree or disagree, Andrea, that chickens are not an official item of the 84 Olympics?
Agree.
Dental floss is not an official item. Your opponent gets the square. Okay, that evens things up. An X and an O. You're playing X. Rick, where would you like to put one?
I'd like to put one with Gene.
Gene Rayburn.
I'm ready for you.
Okay.
What are there more of in America today, Gene? Truck drivers or hairdressers?
Would you repeat the question? I say, okay, good, buddy. Now let me just think about this for a second here. Give me a chance to think and use my brain.
Well, if you matched up all of the hairdressers with the truck drivers, what would be left over?
It's physically impossible.
Mayhem on the highways. I say there are more truck drivers than hairdressers in this great land of ours.
Agree or disagree, Rick?
I think I'd agree.
There are more truck drivers than hairdressers.
All right.
You're right to agree, you get the square. Okay, Andrea McInnes, your move for your O.
For my O and to block is Mr. Rutherford.
Right, Richard Deacon to block. You missed this one, the defending champ takes
You
a
can
game
have
and
her.
forges
She's
ahead.
done
Richard Deacon, who's older, Bob Hope or the tuxedo?
He's going to kill me for this. The tuxedo. Definitely.
That's his tuxedo? Is that what they're talking about?
You go to your
He's going to
church,
love you for
I'll
that.
go to mine.
He's going to love you for that. You're saying
Bob
that
is younger than the
Right.
tuxedo.
Okay. He says that Bob is younger. The tuxedo is older, which is the way the question is phrased. Agree or disagree, Andrea, to block?
To agree.
The tuxedo is older than Bob Hope. You were
Thank
right
you.
to agree. You get the square, and you do block. Well done. Good playing. Okay, Officer Hoffman, pick a place for your X.
Richard.
Yes.
Rich, according to the Cosmo Report on Sexuality, did a higher percentage of women say that they have had an extramarital affair or that they have remained faithful to their husbands?
I always get these, Beav. You know, girls are goofy. I think that a higher percentage has remained faithful.
He says a higher percentage have remained faithful to their husbands.
I agree.
More women have had affairs. No, your opponent gets that square and another O. And I know you groaned a little
you
bit there,
sure
Rick,
did.
because you realized that you made a misplay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to call it to your attention while you had to answer a question, but you did not block her in one spot. Andrea, your move.
Okay, Lumpy, here we go.
Right.
To win the game.
This is lumpy for a win. Frank Bank, your wicker seat is sagging.
How did you know?
Just guessed.
Oh.
Your wicker seat is sagging. According to household hints expert Mary Ellen, should you wash and dry it in the sun or give it a good shellacking?
A good what?
Should you wash and dry it in the sun or give it a good shellacking?
Well, the last time my wicker sagged, I just shellacked the hell out of it. So, shellac.
He says you should give that wicker seat a good shellacking. For the game, Andrea, agree or disagree?
I'm going to agree.
You should wash and dry it in the sun. You should have disagreed, and your opponent gets that square and blocks you there. New life for you, Rick Hoffman.
Yes, sir.
Pick a star.
June.
Right. Barbara Billingsley. You're a woman, and your dream in life is to become a Mountie. Can you become one, or does the Royal Canadian Mounted Police only accept men?
I think in today's world, yes, I think women can be Mounties today. Definitely.
Agree or disagree, Rick?
I disagree.
Women can become Mounties.
God.
No, you should have agreed with June Cleaver, and your opponent gets that square and an O. Okay, we've reached an interesting point in the game because there are 4 O's already up on the board. What that means, according to our game rules, is should you capture 5 of your respective symbol, and you have 4 already, you will win the game. Wherever you go, if you get this question right, you'll win. Pick a star, Andrea.
Okay, Judy, you haven't gotten to talk yet, so let's go,
okay.
honey.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I was waiting.
Jeri Weil.
Yes.
Last night you dreamed about a microphone. According to the book, what your dreams mean. Is it more likely that you want attention or sex?
I'd say sex.
She says if you dream about a microphone, it's more likely that you want sex. For the game, Andrea, agree or disagree?
I disagree.
It's more likely that you want attention. You are right to disagree. You get the square and you win the game. Whoa. And that bell means the time is up with $725. Our new champion, Andrea McInnes. Congratulations. You have done it. Now, here's what you got to do. Go right over there with your escort, Gene Raver, and get ready for your shot at the big money. And right now, we have to say goodbye to Rick Hoffman. You're an excellent player. You are leaving here with a total of $1,850.
Not a
and,
bad
of course, our
deal.
thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Attaboy. And now, Gene Raver.
Okay, John, thank you. Congratulations once again to our champ here. We'll be back with her and our 9 celebrities for a go at the big money right after this.
Now, here to play the super match is Gene Raver.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Gene Wood. Well, Andrea's very excited here. This is her first time up here at a go where she could win up to $30,000. Good luck to you. Here we go. We polled a recent studio audience, Andrea, and we said, please write down your best answer to this. Private blank. Now, if you choose the answer they gave most often, you'll get $1,000. Next one's worth $500. The bottom one worth $250. Any 3 of our 9 stars can offer their assistance to you. You may call on them one at a time. Whom do you want?
John.
Private Eye.
Private Eye is one.
Lumpy?
Private detective, that's
Private
different.
detective is what you want to say, all right?
And Gallagher?
Parts.
All right. So those are the 3 they've given you. Eye, detective, and parts. Now, it's up to you to choose one of those, or perhaps you'd like to give us one of your own.
Private Eye.
Private Eye is what she says is her choice there to be under the $1,000 response. We'll begin at the bottom and reveal the $250 answer. Private Lives. Noel Coward's play. The $500 response says Private Benjamin. Oh, you're all familiar with that one? All right, here's the last chance for Private Eye. Slide the big one. Private Eye. Okay, very good. You've got $1,000. Now you're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And they all have a number in front of them, a 10, a 20, or a 30. And whichever one you choose will reveal the number, and then we will multiply the $1,000 by that number. There are 10s up there, 20s, and 130. Time now to make your pick.
I gotta go with John again.
You think John has a 30? All right, John, grab the tab and give it a yank. Here we go. 10 it is. All right. Listen, 10 times 1,000 is $10,000. Is that? That ain't chopped liver, is it? Oh, boy. 10,000 is what you are playing for. You swing around here and face me so this camera can see your face in deep thought here as we give the assignment to John. Here it is, John. Blank, New York. Blank, New York. John is ready. Your job is to match him. And if you do, you get $10,000. How do you do that? Blank New York.
I love New York.
I love New York.
Can you say 2 words?
Sure, you can say anything you want. That's what she said, John. I love New York. What do you say?
It's up to you, New York, New York.
New York, New York
Sorry.
is a song, and it's
between those
the
two.
official name of the city. Such a wonderful city, they had to name it twice as the lyric goes.
Between those two.
Listen, you haven't done too badly up here, Andrea. You've got $1,725, and you're still the champ. You'll come back tomorrow. We'll be back right after this. Okay, now we all want to find out which of the stars had the big 3-0. So, John, let's all ask them to grab their tabs and give it a pull. June, would you pull your tab, please? Gallagher had it. Gallagher had it.
That's right.
I can't believe you didn't do it!
It's okay. You would have said Parts, New York, probably. So what's that?
You were all wonderful. Beaver, how does Beaver say goodbye? So long.
I don't know. It was always hi, Mom, hi, Dad. I don't think we ever said goodbye.
Never say goodbye. All right. Say hi, Wally.
Goodbye, you know.
Okay.
What else can you say?
All right. This is Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us tomorrow.
And John Bauman saying so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Goodbye.
A member of our studio audience will receive Benris Citation Super Thin Quartz Watches. Yellow gold tone case with black dial and jeweled crown. Furnished by Benris Watch Company. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.